Well, ladies and gents, this is history of the entire world, I guess, by the channel billwurtz. I think I've seen this video in the past. I don't know if I reacted to this or not. I did lots of videos in the past, so I don't know if I react to this or not, but I'm pretty sure I watched this video. I don't remember it, but I'm pretty sure I watched this video. So this is pretty viral video, I think, and he basically, encompasses everything from the Big Bang to the today, everything in just 20-minute video. That's an achievement in its own self. That's just awesome. And his take on how to put together all things, that's just awesome how he does it. So that's great. And people, remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe so I know which type of videos to react to more, and I really appreciate your support. Let's watch this video.
Hi, you're on a rock, floating in space. Pretty cool, huh? Some of it's water. Fuck it. Actually, most of it's water. I can't even get from here to there without buying a boat. It's sad. I'm sad. I miss you. How did this happen? A long time ago, actually never, and also now, nothing is nowhere. When? Never. Makes sense, right? Like I said, it didn't happen. Nothing was never anywhere. That's why it's been everywhere. It's been so everywhere, you don't need a where. You don't even need a when.
Alright. That would sound like that's stupid. He's just randomly saying things, but it's not. You need to see how did this happen. That was the point where he just started from the beginning. So he's talking about before the Big Bang. Listen to it again.
That's where. How did this happen? A long time ago, actually never, and also now.
A long time ago, actually never, actually now, which means time doesn't exist. He's talking about before Big Bang where time doesn't exist. So he's not talking gibberish here. He basically went before the Big Bang because he has to start with the Big Bang, don't he?
Nothing is nowhere. When? Never. Makes sense, right? Like I said, it didn't happen. Nothing was never anywhere. That's why it's been everywhere. It's been...
Yeah, that's the concept of time. Is we just experience time as it's a thing, like it's a measurement, like how we measure things, inches, meters, kilometers, miles, things like that. Like it's just time, it's passing of time. It's not actual thing, but time is an actual thing that was created after Big Bang or at the Big Bang. So people like what does that even mean? What if there was no time, we would all be freezed here? First of all, if there was no time, we wouldn't exist. But that's not the point. We are experiencing time everywhere. We don't realize that it's an actual thing that can not exist too. Like how we think about the universe, like how big it is, and your mind just start to hang up like, damn, that how big of a universe is. I can't even process that. Time is even bigger than that. We can't even process what does it mean to not have time. But time is an actual thing that alters between things. Stronger gravities and weaker gravities changes time. That's why satellites, clocks are tuned a bit differently than a clock on the earth. So time is an actual thing. We don't understand that. So that's what he's talking about. There is no time, and then with Big Bang the time starts. It's just surreal when you think about it. Time as an actual thing that can be faster or slower.
So everywhere, you don't need a where. You don't even need a when. That's how every it gets. Forget this. I want to be something, go somewhere, do something. I want things to change. I want to invent time and space. And I know it's possible because everything is here and it probably already happened. I just don't know when to start. And that's exactly where it started. Oh, I paused it. I think there's a universe now. What's it made of? Quarks and stuff. Ah, that's a thing.
Okay, that was awesome. See that he didn't create some effect of Big Bang or something like massive explosion, like how movies and things try to, theatrically try to make it with a big explosion. First of all, it wasn't explosion; it was expansion. There is no such thing as explosion. There is no, the universe wasn't filled with air, so there could be an explosion of wave. It was a sudden expansion. So first of all, it wouldn't have sound because sound carries through air. It's a literal expansion of space. So you can't even process that. What do you mean by explosion? It was a sudden expansion. So it would be like this. There's suddenly expanded, everything's there, and from there everything starts. So I love how he didn't create some kind of effect of explosion there.
In a place. Don't like it? Try a new place. At a different time. Try to stick together.
Time exists.
The world is going to get bigger and emptier. But it's not empty yet. It's still very full and about 1 jillion degrees. Great news, the quarks are now happily married in groups of 3 called a proton or a neutron. And there's something else flying around too that wants to join in but can't because it's still too... Great news, the protons and neutrons are now happily married to each other. Some of them even doubled up. Great news, the electrons have now joined in. Congratulations, the world is now a bunch of gas in space. But it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together. It's a star. New shit just got made. Some stars burn out and die. Bigger stars burn out and die with passion and make some brand new, way crazier shit. Space dust. Which allows newer, more interesting stars to be made and then die and explode into even crazier space dust. So now stars have cool stuff around them, like rocks, ice, and funny clouds, which can make some very interesting things. Like this ball of flaming rocks, for example. Holy shit, we just got hit with another ball of flaming rocks.
Instant replay.
It kind of made a mess, which is now... Weather update, it's raining rocks from outer space. Weather update, those rocks might have had water inside them and now there's hot steam in the sky. Weather update, cooler temperatures today and the floor is no longer lava. Weather update, it's raining. Severe flooding alert the entire...
Alright, people always dispute that, the small rocks that came and, collided with Earth. How did that thing carried so much water that we see today? Most of the Earth's surface is water. How can small rocks like that carry that much water? First of all, it's not that much water. If you were a big cosmic being who could, touch entire Earth like this, you wouldn't even feel that there is a water. You wouldn't even, the ocean's depth wouldn't be bigger than, this being's fingerprints, depth of fingerprints. Ocean's depth would be less than this being's, the depth of fingerprints. So it wouldn't even feel that there's ocean there. Hands would barely get wet. It wouldn't even get wet. Because think about it. The diameter of Earth, how big that is, and the depth of the ocean, how deep it is. It's nothing. So we think there is so much water there, but compared to the diameter of Earth, it's nothing. So yeah, water was carried over by small rocks. It makes sense.
The entire world is now an ocean. Volcano alert. That's land. There's life in the ocean. What? Something's alive in the ocean. Oh cool, like a plant or an animal? No, a microscopic speck. It lives at the bottom of the ocean and eats chemical soup, which is being served hot and fresh, made from gnarly space ingredients left over from when it was raining rocks or whatever. Oh yeah, and it can do that. It has secret instructions written inside itself telling it how to build another one of itself. So that's pretty nifty, I would say. Tired of living at the bottom of the ocean? Now you can eat sunlight. Using a revolutionary technique, you can convert sunlight into food. Taste the sun. Side effect, now there's oxygen everywhere and the sky's blue. Then the Earth might have been a snowball for a while, maybe even a couple of times. It's a sponge, it's a plant, it's a worm and some other types of weird strange water bugs and strange fish. It's the Cambrian explosion.
Complex life.
Wow, that's animals and stuff. But we're still in the ocean. Hey, can we go on land? No. Why? The sun is a dead...
That's the thing about life. As soon as it could, world could create life, it created life. So people like, there are less chances of life being out there in the universe. No, it's not. As soon as the conditions was perfect to create life, life existed. So it didn't wait around. It's like conditions here, life is there. So I'm pretty sure there's tons of life in universe. It doesn't have to be, human-like life. It could be single-cell organism or somewhat complex. And they're probably knowing how big the universe is. And the odds are maybe there are human-like intelligent or more intelligent creatures out there. It's not so far-fetched to think.
Laser. Oh, okay. Not anymore, there's a blanket. Now the animals can go on land. Come on, animals, let's go on land. Nope, can't walk yet. And there's no food yet, so I don't care. Okay, will you learn to walk if there's plants up here? Maybe, said some bugs. And fish. Okay, so I can go on land, but I have to go back in the water to have babies. Learn to use an egg.
I was already doing that.
Use a stronger egg. Put water in it. Have a baby on land in an egg. Water is in the egg. Baby in the egg, in the water, in the egg. Works for me. Bye-bye, ocean. And now everything's huge, including bugs. Want to see a map of the land? Sure. Oh, fuck, now everything's dead. Just kidding, here are the survivors. Keep your eye on this one because it's about to become the dinosaurs. Here's another map of the land. Yeah, it broke apart, don't worry about it, it does that all the time. Here comes a meteor. And the dinosaurs are gone. It's mammal time, here come the mammals. Look at those breasts. Now they're gonna dominate the world, and one of them just learned how to grab stuff. And walk. No, like, walk like that. And grab stuff at the same time. And bang rocks together to make pointed rocks. Ouch. And set things on fire. Youch. And make crazy sounds with their voice. Which can mean different things. That's a human person. And now they're everywhere. Almost. Ice Age. What? You can walk over here? Cool. Not anymore. Well, I guess we're stuck here now. Let's review. There's people on the planet. And they're chasing their food. Fuck it, time to plant some grass. Look at this. I control the food now. Now everyone will want to be my friend and live near me. Let's all build houses, except mine is bigger because I own the food. This is great. I wonder if anyone else is doing this. Tired of using rocks for everything? Use metal. It's underground. Better farming was just invented in a sweet dank valley right in between these two rivers, and the animals are helping. Guess what happens next? More food, and more people who came to buy the food. Now you need people to help make the food and keep track of the sales. And now you need houses for people to live in and people to make the houses. And now there's more people and they invent things, which makes things better. And more people come and there's more farming and more people to make more things for more people. And now there's business, money, writing, laws, power, society.
Yeah.
Coming soon to a dank river valley near you. Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, the horse is probably being tamed. Why is all my metal so lame and lumpy? Tired of using lame, sad metal? Introducing bronze, made with special ingredient tin from the far lands of Tinland. I don't know, my dealer won't tell me where he gets it. Also, guess what? Egypt! Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, they figured out how to put wheels on a horse. Now we're getting somewhere. Also, China! And did I mention Indus River Valley Civilization? The Middle East is getting more complicated, maybe because it's in the middle of the East. Knock knock, or clop clop. It's the people with the horses. And they made an empire, and then everyone else copied their horses. Greeks! Ah look, it must be the Greeks, or a beta version of the Greeks. Let's check in with the Indus River Valley Civilization. They're gone. Guess who's not gone? China. New arrivals in India. Maybe it's those horse people I was talking about, or their cousins or something. And they wrote some hymns and mantras and stuff. You could make a religion out of this. There's the Bronze Age collapse. Now the Phoenicians can get down to business. Also, can we switch to a metal that's a little easier to find? Thanks. Look who came back to Israel. It's the 12 tribes of Israel. And they believe in God. Just one, though. He's got like a 10-step program. Here's some huge heads. Must be the Olmecs.
What was that?
Just one, though. He's got like a 10-step.
I'm God, no one else is God. Don't make fun of my name. You can take Saturday off. Do what your parents say. Don't murder anyone. Don't get too sexy. Don't rob anyone. Don't lie about other people in court. Don't want to do any of the things I just told you not to do. That's awesome. That program. Here's some huge heads. Must be the Olmecs. The Phoenicians make some colonies. The Greeks copy their idea and make some colonies. The Phoenicians made a colony so big it makes colonies. Here comes the Assyrian Empire. Never mind, it's the Babylonian Median. It's the Persian Empire. Wow, that's big. Ah, the Buddha was just enlightened. Who's the Buddha? This guy, who sat under a tree for so long that he figured out how to ignore the fact that we're all dying. You can make a religion out of this. Oops, China just broke, but while it was breaking, Confucius was figuring out how to have good morals. Ah, the Greeks just had the idea of thinking about stuff. And right over here, Alexander just had the idea of conquering the entire Persian Empire. It's a great idea. He was great. And now he's dead. Hopefully the rest of the gang will be able to share the empire evenly between them. Knock knock, it's Chandragupta. He says, get the hell out of here. Will you get the hell out of here if I give you 500 elephants? Okay, thanks, bye. Time to conquer all of India. Or most of India. Yeah.
But what about this part? That's the Tamil Kings. No one conquers the Tamil Kings. Who are the Tamil Kings? Merchants, probably. And they've got spices. Who would like to buy the spices? Me, said the Arabians, swiftly buying it and selling it to the rest of the world. Hey, China put itself back together again, with good morals as their main philosophy. Actually, they have 3 main philosophies. Out here, the horse nomads run wild and...
That was awesome.
Philosophies.
Having good morals, go with the flow, fuck you, obey the law.
Out here, the horse nomads run wild and free, and they would like to ransack your city. Let's check the Greekification levels of the Greekified kingdoms. Greekification overload. Bye, said the Parthians. Bye, said the Jews. Hi, said the Parthians, taking over the entire place. Hey, said the Romans, eating the entire Mediterranean for breakfast. Thanks for invading...
Yeah, that hey was pretty strong right there.
Our homeland, said the Jews, who were starting to get tired of people invading their homeland. Hi, everything's great, said some guy who seems to be getting very popular and is then arrested and killed for being too popular, which only makes him more popular. You can make a religion out of this. Want silk? Now you can buy it from China. They just made a brand new road to the world. Or you can get their own water. Sick, new trade routes, said India, accidentally spreading their religion to the entire southeast. That's a good place for an epic trading kingdom. There goes Buddhism traveling up the Silk Road. I wonder if it'll reach China before it collapses again. Remember the Persian Empire? Yep, said the Persians, making a new one. Axum is getting so powerful they would like to build a long stick. Has anyone populated Madagascar yet? Let's do it together. China's whole again. Then it broke again. Still can't cross the Sahara Desert? Try camels. Hell yeah, now we got business, said the Ghana Empire, selling lots of gold and slaves. Hi, I live in the Roman Empire, and I was wondering, is loving Jesus legal yet? No. Actually, okay, sure, said Constantine, moving the capital way over here to be closer to his main rival. Don't worry about Rome, it won't fall. It's the golden age of India. There's the Gupta Empire, not Chandragupta, just Gupta. First name Chandra, the first. Guess who's in Rome? Barbarians. What's a barbarian? Non-Romans, said the Romans, being invaded by non-Romans. R.I.P. Roman Empire. Or actually just half of it. The other half is just fine, but it's not in Rome anymore, so let's give it a new name.
Byzantine. Okay, so half of the Roman Empire survived and it's just called Byzantine Empire. Alright.
Oh, and here's a huge city, population everyone. The Gok Turks have taken over the entire Eurasian steppe. Great job, Gok Turks. How's India? Broken. How's China? Back together. How's those trading kingdoms? Bigger and there's more of them. Korea has 3 kingdoms. Japan has a kingdom, it's the Sunrise Kingdom. Deep in the Arabian desert, on the top of a mountain, the real God whispers in Muhammad's ear. So he goes down to the cube where everyone worships gods and he tells them their gods are all fake. And everyone got so mad at him that he had to leave town and go to a different town. You can make a religion out of this and maybe conquer the world as well. The Roman Empire is long gone, but somehow the Pope is still the Pope. Plus there's new kingdoms all over Europe. I wonder if there's room for Moors. Here's all the wisdom. In a house. It's the Baghdad House of Wisdom. Just in time for the Islamic Golden Age. Let's bring stuff to the coast and sell it. And
yeah, Islamic Golden Age, that's not some small thing. That was a, they really thrived there. I mean, even science thrived there. Most of the stars in the sky is, Arabic names because of this. But just, whenever someone whoever wrote Quran just said the mathematics is the language of evil or something like that. Without mathematics there is no science. After that, entire Islamic culture collapsed in the sense of science. Otherwise they were leading in it. There were lots of discovery that was happening in that. That's why algebra, alchemy, and most of stars on the sky, they are all Arabic names because of that.
Come the Swahili on the Swahili coast, said the Swahili on the Swahili coast. Remember this tiny space you have to go through to get from here to there? Someone owns that now. Want to get enlightened in the middle of nowhere? The Franks have the biggest kingdom in Europe, and the Pope is so proud that he invites the king over for Christmas. Surprise, you're the new Roman emperor, said the Pope, pretending to still be part of the Roman Empire. Then the Franks broke their kingdom into what will later be called France and not France. The Northerners, or just Norse if you don't have much time, are exploring. They go north. From the north.
That is ridiculous, isn't it? Rome fell. Nothing about Rome ever, was around at the time, and yet people are still calling it Holy Roman Empire. Stop calling it Roman Empire, man. It's not even the same anymore.
To the northern north, and they find some land, 2 types of land, and they name them accordingly. They also invade some other places and get called many names, such as Vikings. There's the Rus, the Kievan Rus. Are they Vikings? I don't think so, said the Kievan Rus. Okay, fair enough. The Pope is ready to make some more emperors of the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. It's actually Germany, but don't worry about it. New kingdoms.
Christianize all the kingdoms.
Which brand would you like? Mine's better. Mine's better. Mine's better. Time to conquer England, said William. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's the Seljuk Turks, said the Byzantine Empire, who's getting so small it almost doesn't exist anymore. We need help. They need help, so they call the Pope. Hey, Pope, can you help us get rid of the Seljuks? Maybe take back the Holy Land on the way? Come on, I know you want to take back the Holy Land. Yes, I do actually want to do that. Let's do a crusade. Crusade! They did many crusades, some of which almost didn't fail, but at least the Italians got some sweet trade deals. Goodbye, Mayans. Hello, Toltecs. Goodbye, Toltecs. Hello, Mississippi. Look at those mounds. There's the Pueblo. I always wondered how to build a town in a cliff. Guess who's here? Come here. Where? Here. And Pagan is there. Vietnam unconquered itself, Korea just became itself, and Japan is so addicted to art that the military might have to take over the government. China just invented bombs and
so
typing,
good.
and the Mongols just invaded most of the universe. Nice going, Genghis. I bet that will last a long...
That was scary though. Genghis Khan killed a lot of people like ridiculous. If you put the scale of every time like wars and some dictators kill everybody, Genghis Khan name would be really on top. That is ridiculous. Of all the wars, all the empires that existed, Genghis Khan killed lots of people. So you just have to imagine how many people that would have been. God damn.
Long time. Some of the Islamic Turks were unaffected by the Mongol invasions because they were busy invading India. Is it Tonga time? I think it's Tonga time. I just found out where the Swahili gets all their gold. Look at this Chad. Means lake. There's an empire there, right in the middle of Africa. The king of Mali is so rich he's going on tour to let everyone know. Wow, that guy's rich, everyone said. The Christians are doing a great job reconquering Iberia, which will soon be called Spain and not Spain. Please remain Christian. We will check in later to see if you're still Christian when you least expect. Whoops, half of Europe just died. China's back, yay! Hey, come here, time to share. New kingdoms here and there. Oh, look who controls all the islands. It's the Mahajapit, Majapahit, Mapajahit, Mahapajit, Mapajahit, Majapahit. Oh, Italy's really rich. Time for them to care a lot about art and the ancient classics. It's kind of like a rebirth. Here's a printer, let's make books. So you think you can conquer the Byzantine Empire? Yep, said the Ottoman Turks. Nice job, Ottoman Turks. Oops, you missed a spot. Don't forget to ban Europe.
Ottomans, man, they were really powerful for a long time. That was ridiculous. They were really, really powerful, just dominating everybody around the time. Obviously, when the 20th century come, they weren't as powerful. But when they formed up, Ottomans were really powerful. Lots of people feared them.
Europe from the Indian spice trade. What? That's bullshit, said Portugal, spiceless.
Well, I guess we'll have to find another way to India.
Wait, said Christopher Columbus, probably smoking crack. If the world is round, let's go this way to India. No, don't worry, we already got this, said Portugal. So Chris goes to Spain. Hey, Spain, want to hire me to find India by going around back of the world? No, please, no, please, no, please. Okay. So he sails into the ocean and discovers more ocean. And then discovers...
Yeah, right. Spain only agreed to that because Spain wanted to dominate more territory. So basically Spain just, told them, like, wherever you land, doesn't matter where you are, just, plant the Spanish flags and claim them for Spain, I guess.
The Indies and Japan. Let's draw a line to decide who gets which half of the world. The Aztec and Inca empires are off to a great start. I wonder if they know that Europe just discovered their continent. The Habsburgs are marrying into so many royal families they might have to start marrying each other. Move over, Lithuania. Here comes Moscow. Ivan wants to make Russia great again. Move over, Timurids. Maybe go invade India or something. Persia just made Persia Persian again. Let's make it the other kind of Islam. The one where we thought the first guy should have been the other guy. Hey Christians, do you sin? Now you can buy your way out of hell. That's bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. That's a scam. Fuck the church. Here's 95 reasons why, said Martin Luther in his new book, which might have accidentally started the Protestant Reformation. You know what would be magnificent, said Suleiman wearing an onion hat? What if the Ottoman Empire was really big, which it is now? What if Russia was big, said Ivan, trying not to be terrible. Portugal had a dream that they controlled the entire Indian Ocean, including the spice trade. And then that dream was real. And Spain realized that this is not India, but they pillaged it anyway. Damn, said England and France. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Then the Dutch revolt and all the hipsters moved to Amsterdam. Damn, said Amsterdam. We gotta start pillaging some stuff.
Damn.
Question 1. Can you get to India through North America? No, but at least there's beaver. Question 2. Steal the spice trade. That's not a question, but the Dutch did it anyway. Guess where all the sugar's made? In Brazil. Stolen. In the Caribbean. And it's so goddamn profitable you might forget to not do slavery. The next thing on Russia's to-do list is to get bigger. Britain and France are having a friendly discussion about who should control the entire world, more specifically Ohio. Then it escalates into a 7-year discussion, giving Prussia a chance to show Austria who's boss. But what about Britain and France? Did they figure out who's boss? Yes, they did. It's Britain. Guess who's broke? Also Britain. So they start taxing the hell out of America. Fuck you, says America, declaring their independence and fighting for it. And France helps them win. Now France is broke. And Britain will have to send their prisoners to a different continent.
Yeah, I forgot about that, isn't it? Whole French Revolution happened because French were helping USA and just giving them money. But then obviously that was not the only reason, but that was the last straw, I think. After that they went they were really broke, France, and after that all the French Revolution and things like that happened. I didn't know that. Recently somebody pointed that out to me, and I'm like, that is right. I saw some videos about that.
Wait, if France is broke, why do the king and queen still wear such fancy dresses? Let's overthrow the palace and cut all their heads off, said Robespierre, cutting everybody's head off until someone eventually got mad and cut his head off. You could make a No, don't. Haiti is starting to like the idea of a revolution, especially the slaves, who free themselves by killing their masters. Why didn't we think of this before? Wait, who's in charge of France now? Said Napoleon, trying to take over Europe. Luckily, they banished him to an island.
But he came back.
Luckily, they banished him to another island. There goes Latin America, becoming independent in the Latin American Wars of Independence. Britain just figured out how to turn steam into power, so now they can make
many different types of machines and factories.
Industrial Revolution.
In them, so they can make a lot of products real fast.
Then they invent some trains, and conquer India and maybe put some trains there. Hey, China, said Britain, buy stuff from us. Nah, dude, we already got everything, says China. So Britain tried to get them addicted to opium, which worked, actually. But then China made it illegal and dumped it all into the sea. So Britain threw a hissy fit and made them open up 5 cities and give them an island. Britain and Russia are playing a game where they try to stop each other from conquering Afghanistan. Also, the
Sultan of Oman lives in Zanzibar now.
That's just where he lives. India just had a revolution, and they would like to govern themselves now. Nope, said Britain, governing them even harder than before.
Technology is about to go crazy.
The United States finally figured out whether slavery is good or bad. It's bad, they decided. And then they continued manifesting their destiny, which is to kill the rest of the natives and take their land and maybe kick out the Mexicans too. I know, let's rape Africa, said Europe, scrambling to see who could rape it the fastest.
They never got Ethiopia.
Britain and France are still hungry.
They never got Thailand.
He's saying that really slowly. Okay. Africa's really big continent, biggest continent of them all, and yeah, that is true, isn't it? People just taking everything out of Africa, man, just pillaging. That's just effed up, man.
The United States ran out of destiny to manifest, so they're looking for more.
Hawaii, Cuba.
Wait, Spain controls Cuba. Well, blame something on them and go to war. What should we blame on Spain? Let's blame the Maine on Spain. So they blame the Maine on Spain. Now we're in business.
Maine on
To
Spain.
celebrate, they kick Panama out of Panama and make a canal, connecting the two oceans. Britain just found oil in the Middle East. It makes cars go. China is so tired of being bossed around that they delete their old government and make a new, stronger government, which is accidentally weaker and controlled by a guy from the previous government. Europe hasn't had a war since the last war, so they start World War I. Look at those guns. It's gonna be a great war. So great we won't need a second one. After it's over, they blame Germany. Russia went on strike and the workers overthrew the government. Now everyone's paycheck is the same.
Communism in the Soviet Union.
The Arabs revolt and Britain helps. Now the Ottoman Empire's gone, so we can give the
Jewish people a place to live.
Hopefully the Arabs won't mind. Let's cut the cake, said Sykes and Picot, carving up the remains of the not-so-Ottoman anymore empire.
Except Turkey. Turkey makes a brand new Turkey.
And then the Saudis conquer Arabia. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Hello? Yes, it's the 1920s calling. Let's get in the car and drive to a party and listen to jazz on the radio and go to the movies. The economy's great and it'll probably be great forever. Just kidding. Germany's back featuring Hitler, the angry mustache model, and he's mad at the Jews for existing. Japan is finally conquering the East, and they're so excited they rape
Like every single empire before that, everybody hated Jews apparently. Trying to kill every single Jews. That's just ridiculous. Romans did that. Obviously Hitler did that. Damn.
King way too hard. They should probably just deny it. Hitler's out of control, so the international community tackles him and tries to explain why killing all the Jews is a bad idea. But he kills himself before they could explain it to him.
That's World
Yeah.
War II.
Bonus
They just want to explain it to him, nothing more.
round, Pacific Showdown. United States versus Japan.
Oh
Fight.
no.
Finish him. Let's unite all the nations and have some
World peace.
Seems legit. Hi, I'm Gandhi, and if Britain doesn't get the hell out of India, I'm going to starve myself in public. Wow, that worked. Bonus,
Yeah,
now
that
there's
worked.
Pakistan. Actually, two Pakistans. One of them could be Bangladesh later. The Jews and the Arabs finally figured out which one of them should live in the Holy Land. Me, they both said at the same time. Let's divide up the land so everyone's happy.
Psych,
Oh,
people
God.
get angrier.
Look out, China. There's a new China in China. What's on the menu? Communism. No thanks, said the other China, escaping to an island. I wonder which one is the real China. There's the Korean War, Korea versus Korea. Nobody wins, then it's on pause forever. Let's meet
But do you remember what is the real China? China is what China is. Just because some ideological people just left for some other island doesn't mean every single person from the China's mainland went to Taiwan. China is China. Taiwan is not China. Obviously, everybody from China didn't just move to Taiwan. That doesn't even work. Taiwan would be extremely crowded.
the sponsors. Oh, it's the two global superpowers. They're having a friendly debate over which economic system is good and which one is an evil virus of Satan. And they both have atom bombs. Fight! Wait, no, that would be the end of the world. Let's just keep it cool and spy on each other instead. And make sure we have enough atom bombs. I'll race you to space.
Not just that fight, I guess, Russia. Yeah, Russia's one of the sensors just picked up that, there's a missile coming from USA. So, Russians gave the order to attack USA with atomic weapons. But whoever the guy who's supposed to attack didn't attack, thinking that there was a mistake. He was sure that there's a mistake, that USA would not attack Russia, because obviously, see, any common-sensical mind would think, like, who would do nuclear war? It would be end of everything. So I'm pretty sure there's an error, and that was the error. It's just, sunlight hitting in a certain angle on the clouds that was giving this false reading that there's a missile coming. But if that guy just followed order and launched a missile to USA, it would have been end of everything by now. Just one simple mistake, one simple stupid radar.
Now let's make some more countries fight themselves. Europe is tired of pillaging other continents, and the continents they were pillaging are tired of being pillaged. So here's a new map with new countries. Now you can't tell who they're being pillaged by. The United States finally decided whether racism is good or bad. They decided it's bad, and the world agrees. South Africa might need another
Yeah,
minute to
they
think
decided it's bad. Racism is bad. Everything's just great after that. There was no incidents of anything after that.
Let's check the world population. Whoa. Okay. Technology's better too, that might keep happening. The Soviet Union decides to relax a little and accidentally falls apart. Europe makes a union, so now they can all use the same money, except Britain because they don't feel like it. Let's check the mail. Surprise, it's on the computer. Whoops, someone just
Yes, video's kind of old too, isn't it? They didn't just not accept the money. They literally left.
attacked America. I bet they'll remember that. Phone call. Surprise, it's in your pocket. Want to learn everything? Surprise, it's on the computer. Now your phone's a computer, which is in your pocket. Whoops, the economy just crashed. Don't worry, the big banks won't fail because they're not supposed to. Surprise, flying robots.
Yeah, right. They're not
Bombs.
supposed to. Big banks are not supposed to fail because governments are supposed to bail them out. Government's supposed to bail them out by the taxpayer money, your money. So banks are not supposed to fail because you will give them money. That's the basic sense of it, and that's what happened. That's had to happen. If bank would have been failed, the economy would have been collapsed because normal people relies on bank. What else they're going to do? Keep the pot of gold in their locker or something?
Want to print a brain? Some people have no friends. Some people have no food. The globe is warming.
And the ocean is full of plastic.
Let's save the planet, said everybody, not knowing how. Let's invent a thing inventor, said the thing inventor after being invented by a thing inventor. That's pretty cool. By the way, where the hell are we?
Alright, so that's done. That was an awesome video, man. He's just, speaking style is awesome. Some of the things he rhymed was just great. That's impressive, isn't it? He covered entire history of the known universe from the start to the current times in just 20 minutes. That's just awesome. Alright people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe.